possible.
Tell us about the Sosnow Incident.
Just tell you about it? Alright, I can tell you about it. So it was Zeta Mixer. I'll set the scene here. Zeta Mixer, this is like late October-ish. This is Halloween Mixer. So we were all dressed up in our Halloween costumes that we were assigned as pledges. I was Mojo Jojo from the Powerpuff Girls, and that's an important fact. You'll hear that later. So solid mixer. I mean, like, we had our pre-mixer, went to the bar, and this is how it happened. This is where everyone like disagrees. But guess what? It happened to me. I was there. It's my story, so they can all fuck off. They weren't there. So I'm pretty close to blackout already. Like, off of just beer, believe it or not. Like, I was a fiend back last semester, especially like in the fall. So I'm pretty dead coming out of the bar, and this is like maybe 12:30. Second bus is coming. Brabham pulls me aside. He's like, "Yo, dude, you're gone. You need to go. We need to go." I'm like, "All right, let's go." And I'd been dancing with this other girl for a little bit. I didn't even like know who she was. Don't even remember what she looked like. I just remember I was dancing with her. But he pulled me aside. We get on the bus. So like, I'm sitting. You can imagine bus seat here, bus seat there. I'm here. Brabham's there. We're just sitting by ourselves at this point. And then as more people are going onto the bus, it starts filling up. Someone sits next to Brabham. So Brabham's on the window side, okay? That's also a key point. So Brabham's on the window side. I'm on the window side as well. And so someone comes to sit next to Brabham, and 2 minutes later, some girl comes walking up. She looks at me, she's like, "Hey, can I sit here next to you?" And I can tell she's gone. So I'm like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." And she sits down. And I try to ask her, I'm like, "All right, what's your name?" I just want to start talking. She's like, "Don't worry about it." I'm like, "You don't even tell me your name?" "Nope." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." Within a minute of the bus going, she just literally is like, she looks at me, and I'm like, what's going on? Do I look stupid? And she just passes out on me. I'm like, "Okay, fine." You know, she passes out on me, and she's there with like just head on my shoulders. I'm like, "All right, I'm just gonna like chill and just try to get back alive." That's all I was caring about, because I was being wholesome then, you know? I wasn't trying to do anything. But she lifts up her head. I'm not even fucking kidding. She grabs my head, spins it around like it's on a swivel. I'm like, "Are you trying to kill me or some shit?" Like, and she literally just plants her face into my face. I'm like, "Okay, all right." I'm very drunk at this point, so I'm not like questioning anything. I'm just going along with it, right? So we're making out, and that's how it starts. Within 50 seconds of that going on, Brabham looks over and he starts shouting, "Oh shit, who is that? I think that's Sosnow." And that's when like other people on the bus started like hearing, okay, so Sosnow was starting to get a little wild on this bus.
It was the bus back from the Zeta Mixer, and I'm sitting on the left side of the bus, kind of far back, and Sosnow sits on the right side. And Soham and this girl start sitting next to me, and I start talking to him. And then I look over and I see Sosnow, and he sits next to some random girl. So they start like making out, and that's all I saw.
After that, he sits back down, right? Because like I was able to like see out of the corner of my eye what he was doing, right? And he was just like being like, "Oh, good sauce," and being whatever the fuck he was, I don't even know. And he just literally sits back down and he just looks out the window and he never turns back around. Okay? So that's where Brabham will dispute it. He's like, "No, I was watching him the whole time," and that's even if he's claiming that, that's just fucking weird. Anyways, but yeah. So from what I saw, he sits back down, never turns around. The guy sitting next to him, whoever it is, just blocks his view. That's it, right? So then, as I'm making out, this is like literally probably the longest like make-out session I've ever had in my life. She just kept going. I'm just like, "Can I get some air?" But no, she just kept going. Okay, and like the last part of the bus ride. So the last like couple minutes of the bus ride, she really like takes my head and she like pushes it down. This is where they're saying like claimed rape and.
And then Sosnow the next day says that he ate this girl out on the bus.
Was that Sosnow ate a girl out at the back of the bus on the way back from the Zeta Mixer.
Ate this girl out on the bus. Ate a girl out.
Yeah, sure, whatever. I got raped. She pushed my head down. I'm like, "All right, I guess she wanted me to eat me out."
You want me to eat me out? You want me to eat me out?
So I like, you've already reenacted how it looked, but I.
So then, I go back to Sosnow and I keep questioning him. I'm like, "Yo, like, what position was this in?" Like,
We have this barrier here to show us where the front seat would be. And now we're gonna see the possible positions Nick Sosnow could have been in. Clearly, getting eaten out like this is very tough and tough to the bladder. He would have pissed himself. The only possible way would be if the girl had her legs facing out and me, Nick Sosnow, was in the aisle. But if I were in the aisle, someone would have seen my legs. And then they would have seen me do it. Oh!
Later out, this is like 2 minutes, and then the bus literally stops. I'm like, all right, I should probably stop, right? And this is the part where you can claim it's not rape because she was gonna try to reciprocate. But keep in mind, I was in a Mojo Jojo costume, bodysuit. She tries to like go for me, and she's like realizing, oh wait, where's your dick? I'm like, I'm wearing a bodysuit. She's like fumbling, she's like fumbling around with her hand trying to figure it out. I'm like, you're not gonna have any success there. And she just gets up, and one of her sorority sisters like comes and whisks her away, and that's it. That's the whole story.
Like, vaguely describing this girl, she's like, oh, she's blonde and she has like brown eyes, and
White and brunette, and like.
And this man keeps changing up his story. He's like, now this girl has brown hair and blue eyes. She's like a little taller than me, and I was like, okay, this is like super vague. I was like, do you remember anything about her name or anything? You get her number? He's like, yeah, but I don't really remember her name, and I didn't get her name in my phone.
I was trying to get her number too, and she's like, no, I lost my phone. And I'm like, okay, well, don't you know your number? She's like, no, I don't know my number. I'm like, how the fuck do you not know your number?
I can't really find anyone that matches the description perfectly. Like, everyone in our pledge class, I was like, yo, I don't think this actually happened. I think Sasha's making this up.
I don't think he ate this girl up.
Does Sosnow have a history of like exaggerating?
He does have a history of exaggerating stories, so it's pretty likely that he's just exaggerating the story on the bus.
You know, I'm just questioning him. I'm just like, don't give a fuck. I'm like, this guy is bullshitting. And I start questioning him or something. And he like made up some name of some girl. And I like try to look her up. He like, gave me a first name. So I'm trying to look her up, find out like who's a Zeta with this name. And then like, I believe this whole thing is BS. A bunch of people, like this story just fell through very quickly. Even Sosnow was like, oh, I was so drunk. I don't really remember the details of how it happened. Like it just kind of happened. And I was like, okay. I was like, to be honest, I've never seen like Sosnow even like make out with a girl at a party. So like, I'd be very surprised if you like ate this girl out. Especially like Sosnow, he gets pretty trash. It's Sosnow. He gets pretty trash at events. Like not that trash, but too trash to even like do it.
I never saw it, so can't confirm it, but I'm pretty sure they only made out. So.